Hi traders, my name is Hao and my product is smartOffice, an innovative way to reduce electricity waste one room at a time. So what is the problem smartOffice is solving? The general problem is electricity waste. About $3 billion are wasted per year by unproductive lighting, which means that no one is in the room. And additionally, air conditioning accounts for 20% of the global energy consumption. That is 1 to 2 trillion kilowatt hours, which translates to $200 billion in cost per year and 1,950 million tons of carbon dioxide per year. And out of this, offices waste approximately 30% of their electricity on lighting and air conditioning in unoccupied rooms. And what's worse, they often keep air conditioning and lights on overnight, which exacerbates the problem of energy waste. So just to give you guys a sense of scale, if we were able to cut electricity waste in offices by 1/2, we would be saving 135 million kilowatt hours per year globally. How much does that translate to in CO2? That translates to 67.5 million kilograms of CO2. That's how much we would save if we just cut the electricity waste in offices by 1/2. And this is what smartOffice aims to do. So moving on to section 2, what is smartOffice's solution? smartOffice's solution hinges on this essential question. What is the most effective yet least invasive way to create a system to prevent unnecessary electricity waste in offices? Guided by this question, the solution is as follows. Using available infrastructure such as security cameras, basically, security cameras will be able to address the mass majority of important rooms, such as big meeting rooms and just big workplaces. And if there's no humans detecting the room, it'll alert the janitor to close the lights or end the AC. So moving on to part 3, what is smartOffice's implementation? smartOffice's implementation first uses CV2 to use webcam, uses Ultralytics V8 model for object detection, and then using these, it shows the number of people in the room, and it draws boxes around the humans and reports confidence scores. So here's just a quick demo of how it works. You can see me and my mom in the room. It shows that there's 2 people in the room. And then once I tell my mom to leave, it'll show 1 person. But you can see here briefly how my mom stands behind me. It only shows 1 person, but it's still fine. As long as it shows more than 1 person, it won't alert the janitors. And then next slide, here's a demo of when there's no one. You can see me in the corner, I'm spinning the chair. It shows that like even if there's like disturbances in the room, but there's no people in the room, it'll still show 0 people. All right, so some of the technologies, I can give a live demo. It's like pretty much the same though. So if I run this code, it'll take some time, and then it takes a bit of time, but it'll pop up. So you can see here, there's a person. It doesn't detect anything else because if I hold up my glasses, it doesn't detect that because I told it to only detect humans. But if I get out of the frame, it'll just work like it'll show 0 people. So that's just a basic gist of the project. So some of the technologies I used is OpenCV, YOLO, Python, and Ultralytics. So what are some what's the future and some challenges for smartOffice? So I think smartOffice has a huge potential in lowering electricity waste in offices. But before we get to that, smartOffice needs some extra features that I think will help it become more usable. So I think firstly, I can reduce computational strain because this is a pretty static environment. We don't need super fast refresh rate. So by reducing refresh rate, frame rate to 1 frames per second or slower, it will just help the program overall because it will use less computational power. And using basic image comparison to an anchor state at night, where the security camera takes a photo of the room when there's no people and only use object detection as a verification based on the basic image comparison. So they'll basically be able to identify the state where there's no one in the room. So just save computing power because it won't always be calling the model. Another thing we can improve on is adding a user interface such as a website or what application. It'll increase the ease of use. And something else is adding multiple cameras, which will make the system more effective because then the janitors can monitor multiple rooms at the same time. And we can also add SMS alerts for janitors because they won't always be checking their they won't always be checking the application. So it'll just be really easy for them to get alerts instead. And lastly, to completely integrate the software and hardware for full automation. What this means is once the program detects that there's no one in the room, it'll automatically turn off the lights and AC. But however, that's in the far future because you would need the hardware as well. And most offices don't have smart home.
Okay, I'm sorry, I really have to cut you off. You are at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So
Okay.
you can just quickly go through your last few slides and we'll go straight to the Q&A.
Yeah, so some challenges was I just can't connect to multiple cameras. There was a lack of documentation on accessing webcam frames to make it like usable for the model.
Show your slides. We don't have a lot of time.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Okay, you were